y'all. It's Doc Brown here, and I've taken it over this episode. And I found the elusive product to give to you all, which is Doc Brown's really good rum. Let's try some, because I know it's really good. Oh, that's great. That's great. All right, so I don't know where that other guy is, but I'm here with my really good rum.
What is this, April Fool's?
Well, it is April 1st.
Is this April Fool's?
It is April 1st.
That doesn't say really bad rum.
It says really good rum.
That's not a bad thing.
But this is like the alter ego. You're good, or I'm good, you're bad.
This is true.
You're right. See, you're bad. I'm good. This is like,
you're lucky I like you, because I could fix that problem. You want to try some drinks?
Let's try some drinks. That's what we're here for tonight. The biggest happy hour in half an hour. Let's do this.
Paul, first I want to introduce you to Side Door Brewing.
Okay.
All right. These guys are out of Port St. Lucie. They have a porter beer here that was aged in my rum barrel.
Oh, okay. And
I want you to try it and tell me what you think.
So this is the first. Am I the first?
Well, they have it on tap up there.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay. Cheers.
Cheers. Right?
Yeah. I know the porters are usually, a little bit more, got some heavy to it, but this really gives a nice blend. So
Side Door Brewing. If you're ever in the Port St. Lucie area, please go check them out. Try the really bad porter.
All right, so check that out there. Side Door Brewing. Again, let's give some love to some local businesses there. Side Door Brewing. I think I know where it's at, but I don't believe I've been there.
Well, you should. They're on they up in Port St. Lucie, they have a whole beer map that you go try all the different breweries.
Okay.
In the neighborhood, and it's quite an interesting thing, and you get checked off as you go in each one.
Okay. So you have like a little bit of a scavenger hunt.
Yeah, it's like a trail.
Okay.
It's like you follow the trail to the next one, to the next one, to the next one.
All right. Well, all right, Doc. Doc, you, not Doc me.
Not Doc you.
Doc you,
me.
Doc you, me.
Okay.
So because it's rum, we will check this out. So very good. So yes. So for those of you who live here in South Florida, the Treasure Coast area, Florida in general, check that out. Side Door Brewing, aged in some really bad
rum
barrels. So all right. Well, thank you for joining the podcast there. So cheers. We're starting off right there. So let's see who's in there. So how's it doing, Jason there? All right, Charlene, Lori. I'm going to probably say your name wrong there, so I apologize because I've already been drinking. Lori Vitrucci. Is that close?
Yeah, that's very close.
Okay, all right. So good. I see. I'm a little bit old school. I'm a Gen Xer, and I did Hooked on Phonics. So,
Dr. Paul, could I have some ice, please?
Sure can. All right. I'm not sure what I'm tearing up over here, but all right. So, what do we got going here?
Well, I pre-made the Italian Mai Tai.
Okay.
So basically, what we have here is amaretto, OJ, pineapple juice, coconut rum.
Okay.
And I'm leaving one thing off the top.
Oh, I think I know what that is.
Really bad rum.
Really bad rum. All right.
And that would be a really bad Mai Tai.
Really? All right. Cheers.
There's two of us here,
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Wait, you're not seeing double. You're not seeing double.
No, you're not.
All right. So Lori says yummy. Yes, it is. All right. All right. Yes, definitely here. So yes. So two heads are better than one, or two docs are better than one. Whoa. That could be actually pretty dangerous.
Now for something completely different.
Yes, right. So all right.
Cheers to you all out there in cyber world.
So what are you all drinking tonight? What are in all your cocktails? Hopefully you've got something really bad going on in your cups there. So cheers, Siri. All right, checking in, Lori. Yes, it is very yummy. So we're gonna go through here. So welcome to the biggest happy hour in a half an hour, Doc.
I'm enjoying it. This is awesome.
So you just see
What a great idea.
It gives me my chance to be a little silly and take a little break from the podcast format where you get a little bit more of the interview and just have a good time, right?
All right. That's all it's about.
That's what we say. It's where the backbeats meets the spirits, where the drums and the rums. And again, see, I think, unfortunately, I did a little premature trying to play a fast one on everybody here last week with telling everybody I was shelving it. Right? I was shelving everything. Well, actually, I meant I was shelving this.
Can you show 'em?
Sure. I think so. So if for those of you didn't get a chance to check out the podcast or the happy hour last week, so this is our new bar shelves that we have. So Doc's going to show you some of the cool features here on our Drums and Rums bar shelves here.
That's cool.
So there you go.
Made out of a real bass drum.
All done by our Drums and Rums alum, David R. Or David Rauf. He was one of our guests very early on in the podcast back in 2020. I've been doing this for 2 years now. It's like, how time flies when you're having rum.
Indeed.
That's right. So we are representing the brand here in Massachusetts. All right, Jasmine. Yes.
I know that name.
All right. Thank you, Jasmine. Cheers. All right. So, yes, we're represented here. So, yes, check in. Let us know if you are representing some really bad rum here tonight on a Friday. Yeah, I'm sorry about the weather. If you're all the way up in Mass and you guys are still getting some cold weather up there.
Well,
Doc's sweating. So, Doc's actually nervous about coming up soon because he's like, I don't want to go. See, the groundhog was right. The groundhog had 6 more weeks of winter. So, say he knows something, a thing or two.
Well, he does. There's no question about it. But, there's a reason they call them massholes. Sorry, can I say that on this channel?
Sure, yeah. We're going to get demonetized. I don't make any money, so nobody can take money away that I don't already have. That's right, yeah. So go ahead.
Better than being a maniac.
So, all right. So let's. I know we play a little game here. So hopefully for those that are new to the Drums and Rums family here, tuning in, checking things out, what we do is we play a little game called, and I spilled it all over the place, so don't worry about it. I'll have my crew clean that up later. And see, look, it's called the Splash Tree. So there we go. Welcome to Florida. Welcome to the Sunshine State. This is what we call What the Florida. All right, we'll come on back here. So What the Florida is our card game that we play every week, as you see there. WTF, right? And again, we're going to go ahead and I'm going to read you this question on the card and repeat it 3 times in the show here in 30 minutes. Again, this is 30 minutes or the biggest happy hour in a half an hour and 30 minutes, right? So there's Mike checking in. Mike Dvorak, what's going on, Mike? So checking in, getting quick ass off plane wings. Had enough. We'll watch when get home. Have a great weekend. Thanks, Mike. All right, so we're going to go here. So here is this week's question. I think Doc's playing poker right now. All right, so What the Florida? Do you have a birthmark, and if so, where? There's the question. If you have a birthmark, where? So maybe I'll show you mine later.
No, please don't.
So, all right, so yeah, I've already made a mess, so we'll try to clean it up a little bit there. So, yeah, so.
Is that a waterproof keyboard?
It is now. All right. Yes. Oh my God. Yes. So, all right. So
the drink went on the keyboard.
Yes. So we'll have to file a claim with the insurance department. But I know I committed like the ultimate sin there. I spilt a drink.
A really bad drink.
Sorry, a really bad drink. Yes. So it is Lent, so I may have to go to confession. So anyway, so yes, post your question there. I'll say it 2 more times there. Go over to the link that's pinned up at the top there. The Drums and Rums group, not the page, not in the chat, but in the group. And that's where we're trying to grow this fun community where we say with the backbeats meets the spirits, drums and rums fan. You might be a drummer, you might be a rummer, and that's all the fun that we try to get folks to kind of play along in here. So, yeah, so I don't know. Yes, size, is that size matters? Is that what you're trying to tell me here?
Yeah.
That's what it is. So
if you're going to impersonate me, do it right.
Hey, it's not the motion in the ocean. It's how you.
Yeah.
So all right, so real quick here, we'll get back to some of the things here we talk about on the biggest happy hour and a half an hour. Is a couple things on this show. As we already started off our What the Florida segment, we've already talked about our guest. We've talked about this is a really bad episode, and also though we also have our podcast that I do every Tuesday. There's a new episode that drops, and we have all sorts of really fun guests that come on. Doc's an alum now. He's a part of the family. And this week, so now this is where he's going to expect to come over, for Thanksgiving and all that stuff. So this week we had a recap of all of our guests. We did a celebration of Women's History Month. I had 4 great women that are really in their respective areas. I had a distiller that was from the Netherlands that was on me early in the month. I had a drummer that's in the UK who's also, a working drummer, a mom, a wife, and juggling all that. And
Tonight Show.
I'm sorry?
Who's the girl on the Tonight Show?
Oh, the Tonight Show. Yes, I will get to that. And also Sarah Matuk, she has a song called Rum. She wrote that song. I heard it a couple weekends ago, and I immediately had to reach out and talk to her. She's got an awesome voice. So check out Sarah Matuk. She's in Arizona. And also last is Marina, and she is a taiko drummer down in Broward County, Fort Lauderdale area. Awesome episode. I got a chance to play the drums. So again, this is what it's all about. COVID hopefully is gone away now. We get out there, we meet these guests, we talk about their things, we check out what they got going on, their studios, their distilleries, their bars, their whatever you want to call it. And again, so check out this last episode. There's a quick recap episode, so it's not very long. And then I also talk about 6 guests, 6 women that I thought would be awesome guests that hopefully at some point I can get on the podcast here. Drummers, 3 rummers and 3 drummers. So so definitely
Rummers and drummers.
That's right. That's what we call everybody here in the Facebook group, in the Drums and Rums group, is if you're a drummer or a rummer. You have to identify yourself.
And you have to answer a question.
That's correct. That's right. You do have to answer a question. What is your favorite rum? And I'm sure most people are supposed to say
Really Bad Rum.
There you go. So there you go.
Or if you choose drummer, you have to name your favorite drummer.
That's right. So which would you say me, right? I'm your favorite drummer.
Well, I said, I forget his name now, but from the Good Rats.
Ooh, I don't remember.
Yeah.
I guess I should remember everything.
No, you shouldn't.
No. Okay.
No,
Good.
no need. Carry on.
All right. So so check out. We also have coming up on Tuesday, a drummer from Texas, Danny Patterson. He's a 30-year professional drummer, full-time drummer, plays in a lot of different bands. I think he plays in 6 different bands, but he's a full-time drummer. So it was really cool talking to him and his perspective, his story, and we connected via Instagram. And a lot of the guests that I have on is people that I come across that I think is interesting. So maybe I'm a little selfish. That is my podcast after all, but I always think that it's somebody, it's an interesting guest that people would also kind of find interesting too. So check out upcoming episode with Danny Patterson. Will be dropping on Tuesday. So definitely check that out. So, all right. So Afro Head Phil Collins. Oh, okay. Siri, is that your birthmark that you're posting about? Is your birthmark in the shape of Afro Head Rum and Phil Collins? Is that what you're? Remember, you were supposed to post that over in the group, not in the chat. All right, so here we go. Here's the question again for those of you who just joined us there. Post your answer to this question in the Facebook group. This is our game that we play is What the Florida. And again, if you have a birthmark, I don't remember. Do you have a birthmark? If so, where? So yeah, let's get a little personal here. This is actually kind of a little personal there. Is if people will people share? If you share your birthmark, you know what? How am I going to really know? You make it up. But you know what? I don't care. If you want to really tell me.
You should have to send pictures.
Oh, that's right. Because I did start an Only page, didn't I?
Right.
That's right. I did start. If you did see, that's right.
Send pictures to his Only page.
Yeah, that's right. There you go. So.
And the first one that does that can win a really bad.
Look at this.
T-shirt. The first
Yeah,
one that takes a picture of their birthmark, it has to be real.
But how are we going to justify this? Do we have to like do a?
You got to figure that out.
Oh, okay. So I guess I'm gonna get some really weird. I'm gonna get some really interesting pictures now. Thanks.
Well, really bad ones.
Yeah. So, all right. So anyway. So all right. No, Siri said no. LOL. No. Okay. So your birthmark is not in the shape of Phil Collins, right? So all right. Okay. Or Afro head. So all right. So we got a segment here again. We got a couple things on this episode of the biggest happy hour in half an hour where we are also going to talk about a giveaway that is March's giveaway for our top contributor in our Facebook group. And we'll cover that in a second here. But maybe we'll go ahead and jump into our segment here. So we have another little beverage here we want to share. So, Doc, we have a segment here. It's also called, see if I can open this up here.
Don't spill it.
Yeah, it's more than likely probably that will happen. So here we go, Doc. And again, it is our Florida Man segment here. So again, Cigar City Brewing. They have our Florida Man there, so check it out. Those are the guys. All right, so again, they do not sponsor. We'd love to, if you guys want to sponsor the podcast, we'd love to have you guys to sponsor this segment of the podcast called Florida Man. So let's go ahead and crack this open.
It's only 1.2 million to sponsor.
That's right. So, but I'll take 1 million. I'll make an exception.
He'll take $10.
I'll take anything. I'm cheap.
Am I supposed to try this?
It's up to you if you'd like to.
I'll try it.
All right. Who's going to say no to free drinks? So, cheers.
Salute.
All right. So, salute.
Happy April Fools, you fool.
Look at that. This guy. Yeah. So, if you haven't checked out this episode of the podcast with Doc,
Very nice.
this was last year. We did our first. Actually, you are the first and inaugural, or whatever that word is, live on location podcast that we taped.
Do I get a pin now?
Maybe I should.
Like a Drums and Rum pin?
We might be able to.
Proudly?
We might be able to do that. There's a lot of firsts that we have. Okay, yeah, that's right. You got maybe an extra stripe on your in the military. Yeah, that's right. There you go. Okay, so if you haven't, Doc's got Really Bad Rum's got something called the Doc's Army, right? Is that what it is?
I have Doc's Army. Please go to reallybadrum.com. You can sign up for Doc's Army. You'll get a nice commemorative Really Bad Rum Army sticker. And maybe some other really bad swag, but you can go to reallybadrum.com. I think it's /join, I believe, but you'll find it there.
Yeah, you're easy. Google it. We'll put it in the page there, the comments, or hopefully somebody is okay taking a photo. Taking a photo tonight and easy. Okay, Doc.
Nice.
Doc, you need a. Oh, hold on. We're waiting for Siri to say what does Doc need, Siri? Doc, you need a. Okay, we can get him a. We can get
that one.
We can get a patch. We can get him a patch for his lab coat. Okay, well, he's got one. Stripes. No, you mean my lab coat or his lab coat? Is he general? Is he general?
Impersonator.
Yes, I'm the faux. I'm a faux Doc. There we go. All right, Cole checking in from Just Drinking. Cole, look who I got in the house here. I know you're jealous. I know it's in the flesh and the person, right? Look, he's real.
Ow.
Yeah, so
Don't spill it again.
I know. So yeah, you guys should get a cardboard cutout of Doc, and you should have it in your bar. So yes, check out our good friends Cole over at Just Drinking. They got a show. They do reviews. And Cole, did you see that? We have a really good rum. I got the rare bottle of Doc's Brown's really good rum.
My attorneys are calling him tomorrow.
I don't care.
We're gonna have a cease and desist.
Listen, if it fits, if it don't fit, it quit. All right, so those are people in the 90s who will get that reference there. A Drums and Rums patch for Doc's coat. Okay, yes, I like that. I think we can do that. I do think, Charlene, I do know somebody who does embroidery. So yes, that's right. We will look into that. We are jealous. Cardboard versions coming soon. Okay, that's it.
Of him?
No, I think of you.
Of me?
I think that's just so that Cole can drive in the Hov, the Hov lane together with Doc, or who knows what they'll do with Doc and the certain is
yeah, in
is that
Iowa.
in
Iowa,
yeah,
what happens in Iowa stays.
That's right. Yeah. There's only so much you can do in Iowa, right? There's only so much
Watch
corn.
the corn grow.
That's right. If you build
And
it,
drink really bad rum.
Yeah.
In Iowa.
if you build it, they will. Well, never mind. I don't want to say it. Yeah. All right. Anyway, so all right. So let's get into our segment here for Florida Man. All right. So if you are new to the show, welcome and thank you for joining us tonight. So again, this is a story here of a Florida man, and this is somebody who was he was naked, jumping on a trampoline in his neighbor's backyard. Apparently, here in Lehigh Acres, it's over in the west coast of Florida, a Florida man is accused of jumping on a neighbor's trampoline while naked and later breaking into her home while still unclothed, authorities said. This sounds like an interesting person, or unfortunately, maybe something's up.
I wasn't on the West Coast. I don't even look like him.
Well, hey, on a good day.
You know.
So we'll won't say his name there.
If you're gonna jump naked on a trampoline, you do it in your own backyard.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I mean, I guess so. He was arrested. And this was just recent too. This was the beginning of March last year. So it wasn't that recent. So recent in relative terms of the universe, I guess. But was arrested Wednesday, charged with burglary, criminal mischief, property damage of more than $200, according to the Lee County Sheriff's Office, and so forth. No bail has been set, according to the Sheriff's Office. The person showed up naked at his neighbor's home in Lehigh Acres on Tuesday afternoon and began tapping on her door. The resident asked the person if he needed assistance, but he did not respond, and the television station reported. 30 minutes later, the women then saw him jumping on our family's trampoline while still naked. He really must have had a bounce in his step, I guess, if you want to call it that.
Yeah.
So and again, then once the cops showed up, the person there at the house, the lady, was at the door. The kid run up to the woman's door demanding entry. When the woman refused, he allegedly smashed the kitchen window. The woman then gathered her two children. See, that's the part where, okay, there's obviously something going on. But again, this is where these stories always ends up being a Florida man. And that's how you have these stories, unfortunately. So I'm not quite sure what ended up happening, but the police showed up, took care of him, and took him off to jail.
Let me ask you, because I fix problems.
No, I don't have a trampoline. If that's what you want to know first, okay?
Oh, I thought we could go jump together.
Well, yeah, we'll hold hands.
So, what would you do to this individual if you were a prosecutor? What would you seek?
Well, I think here's
He needs help, obviously.
yes, and I think that's part of the here's Doc me.
No, Doc me.
Doc you. I'm Doc you.
Paul Doc.
Okay, there you go. Me, Jane. Ooh, Tarzan. I think again is in this story here, like unfortunately, a lot of things right now, we're missing some details for us to have any really good answers, and really, it doesn't involve me.
Fake news?
No, I don't think it's fake news. I think it's just that there's pieces that may not know details, right? So we can't judge, jury, and execute off of I'm looking here at the news source and so forth.
We can move on. I'll do
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Right.
So I mean, again, I think there's always fair, and I think today we always got to take a breather, and so forth, right?
Not bad.
So yeah, so there we go. So yeah, so Cigar City Brewing there, Florida Man. Thank you for hopefully sponsoring the podcast or this episode of The Biggest Happy in a Half an Hour. Again, we are a drum show mostly, but on Friday nights we will drink anything that you bring over to this location. Just like here.
Side Door Brewing. Maybe you'd sponsor it.
That's right. So yes, we got to definitely check them out there too. So I think we have to have a little bit more of that also.
Okay, I can fix that.
All right, so there you go. I think that's
As
all.
long as you don't spill it.
No, I didn't spill that. I spilled the other stuff. So that's
Yeah, you spilled the really bad stuff that was good.
yeah. But if I spilled really bad rum, that means I have to buy more. So you really should be encouraging spill whatever you want, because that means I have to go buy more, right? Am I right, people?
I'd rather have you spill it and drink responsibly.
Okay. Drink responsibly.
Yeah. Drive fast. Take chances.
That's right. Naked on a trampoline sounds painful. Yes, it does. Well, I don't know. That's the wife there chatting, and again, she remembers somebody we saw jogging the other day, and we definitely looked like it was going to be painful. So, all right, so let me catch up here. All right, so I know we got a few folks here. Holy cow, I love it, everybody. Everyone's tuning in here. Oh my God, Cole says this is amazing. Love the bottle and its contents. Yes, Lori. All right. Susan, smiley hearts. All right. Cole, it's the Disneyland of America. Oh, I guess he was referring to Iowa.
Well, I would have left the Disney out of it. It's kind of like a sour point right now.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I was gonna say.
Besides, they're a Mickey Mouse operation.
Oh, but where's our? Oh, hold on. Do I have it? I can't friggin' see. No, I don't have that rim shot. All right. Anyway, we'll have to figure that out there. All right. We'll give Doc this one. All right. We'll give him the air hornet. Right. So yes.
I didn't know you had sound effects. I'm standing right next to this. Huh?
Oh yeah. You can. Oh, there goes the neighborhood. Doc's in control of the soundboard. Yes, he's right. Do you know how to run this soundboard?
I've been around the block a few times.
Oh, okay then. All right. All right. So Susan, Cole. All right. Cole, sounds like a really bad day. Hey, Jessica, thanks for tuning in there. So yes, check out Club Tiki. Also good friends of ours there. The show and the podcast. I'm gonna get you to try some of this before you leave.
What do you think? Take advantage of me?
Depends. We have a lot of alcohol here. So So
send support.
Yes. Is there a little bit of not roofies, but was that
I'm frightened.
I mixed that with a little bit of chloroform. So yeah, so you'll be fine. So all right. So yeah, so check it out. Yeah. So Club Tiki there, naked on a trampoline. Okay. As long as you are only, of course. Okay. So I'm not sure if Jessica, what you're saying, of course, too, is the chloroform, the roofies, or which part of it. So I'm not sure. But anyway, we'll all go with it. So again, Side Door Brewing.
Port St. Lucie.
So, all right. So I think we've covered our Florida man story. I think we're going to go ahead and wrap up our last little card here. Do you have a birthmark? If so, where? So again, if you're new to the group, make sure you post your response over in the Facebook group, the Drums and Rums Facebook group, not our page. And also, because there's a reason why we want you to do this, because we want to grow that little community, have some fun, share some stories, share some rum recipes and cocktails, share some stories about that. Drummers, hey, if you got a drummer out there you want us to check out, it's where we're trying to say the drummers and the rummers, where the backbeats meets the spirits. This is what we're all about. It's just trying to have a good time. And as we say, rum is fun.
Always.
Rum is fun. So, all right. So, yes, I'll knock really loud before I come in. I'm not sure what the wife has got in mind. Okay. So, Jessica, it was in response to the other comments earlier. All right. So, we're just catching up, Jessica. So, all right. So, yes. So, all right. So, we got our What the Florida there. That is it. Make sure you post your response and your question there in a group. If you're new to the Facebook group, the Drums and Rums Facebook group, go over and we'll go ahead and we'll let you in there. Again, just answer a couple of the questions.
Why do you have to let them in? Why can't they just be there?
So, good question. Excellent question. So what happens in Facebook, we're going to go a little bit, I'm going to put my Mark Zuckerberg meta hat on here. So,
oh, God, no. I got to go.
So,
go ahead.
Facebook groups that are open, wide open, you get a lot of spam that comes in, a lot of shit and crap and so forth and junk, right? So initially we had the group set up. I had created that group way back just to kind of put it out there and figure out what to do with it. And it was public. And as we started kind of picking up speed on it, then I had a lot of spam coming in, a lot of weird people, again, like posting stuff that's not even related to what we wanted to do, right? So that's when I went ahead and I made it private. So you had to join and have to get approved.
So go join.
So there you go.
Go join his group.
Yes. So it's there. It's pinned in the chat there. So if you're looking in the chat there, you'll see that it's pinned. So go ahead and click on the group. And then if I see your name, yeah, I know we're having that. We're a good guy.
He's a good guy.
Yeah, I'm the good Doc.
He's the good guy.
This is Doc. I've got an idea here.
Marty, don't play with the amplifier.
No. Remember, drums don't need amplifiers. I said I should have laid off the LSD before, thinking of all these ideas. Okay, I know, but Doc took most of the LSD anyway. So this is like we gotta do. All right, guys, we gotta do a remake of Wizard of Oz, and it'd be like the Good Witch and the Bad Witch.
Puppies.
There's the Good Witch and the Bad Witch, right? The Good Witch, Glinda the Good Witch, and you're the Bad Witch. Or bitch.
Hey now. I'll do that.
You two talking about getting Doc drunk and roofing him. Oh boy.
I'm frightened.
Yes. Call his somebody please call somebody to come pick him up. So yeah, so I think he's playing. I don't know if I say. Is he playing Doctor?
Remember the Three Stooges?
Is he playing Doctor now?
It goes. Wait, do you have a TikTok button on here?
No. No, hold on. But we do have this. Hold on. We do have a heartbeat. You hear my heartbeat?
No, it goes.
You can't hear it.
TikTok.
They can hear it. They can hear it.
I know, but what I hear is goes TikTok.
Oh wait, TikTok. Yeah, check out the TikTok video I posted. That's right. I'm a rumfluencer. That's my new name. That's what I want to go by. And that's what my I'm starting an OnlyFans page.
Good.
So yeah,
I don't even drink beer.
I know it's yeah. So yeah, it's make sure you share, man.
I gotta say,
Caring is sharing. So no, I'm gonna go up there and check it out. So I know some of our friends here. I don't know who's checking in there. Siri is saying hi, Doc. Yeah. So Siri, have you met Doc? Are you familiar with Doc? Look at his face. A face that only a mother would love, right?
Right.
So,
hi there, Siri.
So are you available? How can Siri is in Tennessee? So how can she get really bad or really good rum?
So if you're in a state that doesn't carry the brand, you can go to reallyBadRum.com/where to buy, and that you can put a zip code in, and it will show you where it is in your area. But if it's a state that's we're not in, which is very unfortunate, there's a link there, excuse me, for the Wine Wave that's in Delray Beach, Florida, and they can ship the product directly to you. So I would point you in that direction. That's how it originally started in Iowa with the Just Drinking Gentlemen. They ordered it, and from that point they requested it to their local liquor stores, and we've grown since then in that state. More and more liquor stores are picking the brand up. The biggest hurdle in all of this is trying to get a distributor to believe in the brand in each of these states. And a lot of these states like Iowa, Maine, and North Carolina or whatever, they're controlled states, so it's a whole different game we have to play. But support the local brands, support the little guy that doesn't count money. Captain Moron's beating the hell out of us daily. So that's how you get it. We do rum cakes, barbecue sauce, and a lot of really bad other stuff. We just had flags made, boat flags. And so the boat flags are going on the website.
Okay.
So those of you that are boaters, you can get yourself a nice, I think it's 16 by 18 boat flag, nylon, printed both sides. Really nice flag. We have a fan in that hangs out at Peanut Island.
Oh, okay.
And they fly the flag. They're the first to fly the flag. They actually came to me directly. She has been my number one fan from day one. And so she came to me and said, would you do a flag? I said, I've done flags. Why do you want a flag? And she goes, I will support your brand on the boat. And I said, you got it.
I seen the video. Yes. The boat.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, it was just recent.
Yeah, that's right.
So I went down to the dock and presented the captain, her husband.
Doc went to the dock.
The dock went to the dock, but the dock with the K, not the C.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
may be dyslexic, but I figured that one out really quick. I think my wife will go, wow.
There you go. Well, she's in there. She's.
So anyways, yeah. So flags are available. There's a lot of really bad stuff at the website. Please support the little guy. Many of you already do. I see some of the names that I recognize here, but spread the word. That's all we can ask. Why is this show only a half an hour? We're just getting started.
Well, because look,
Can we go late tonight?
well, we are already running overtime, so
Good, let's keep running.
That means I have to
We
pay.
still have
I have.
plenty of-
I know that means I have to pay you 6 minutes right now of overtime. So
No, you're not paying me anything.
you know, time and a half,
I'll pay
right?
you,
You know,
I'll pay you in rum.
yeah,
Really
there you
good
go.
rum.
So, oh, I got the really good rum.
Yeah.
No, but I really want the bad rum though. Actually,
we got that
Yeah.
too.
Okay, there we go. Maybe next year we'll get the really so rum.
That's a good one.
So, all right, now we'll go whenever. Yes, Lori saying always support the locals. Yes, that's right, Lori. Rum cakes are delicious as well as the barbecue sauce. Yes. Yeah, so
Lori's a
yeah.
big fan,
Yes.
obviously.
A big shout out to Lori there. Jasmine currently having a really bad Mai Tai. Yes.
Wow.
All right.
That's
Yes.
awesome.
Yeah, representing. We can go however long people hang around and
Jasmine is actually at a place in Massachusetts called the Great Wall.
China.
No,
China.
The Great Wall.
China.
The best Chinese food, I believe, that I've ever found in the state of Massachusetts. And they've been a big supporter of the brand. And they offer a really bad Mai Tai. I would suggest if you're ever in the Bedford, Massachusetts area, that you stop in and say a good hello to my friend Alice and her bartender, Hang, I think his name is. Yes, Hang. And yes, they make a really bad Mai Tai. It's to die for. It's just as good as the Italian Mai Tai, which is available at the Shoutout restaurant chain throughout Massachusetts, as well as Jake and Joe's throughout Massachusetts, and a host of other places on Cape Cod and whatever else. So there's the plug for those that support the brand.
There you go. Excellent. Excellent. All right.
I'd mention a country club here in Palm Beach, but I can't. They asked me not to. So
The Mar-a-Lago.
no, it's not Mar-a-Lago. You know, it's a place that, you know.
You and the person that lives there definitely would. I can see you
all I can
guys.
say, it's a bunch of crumbs held together with a lot of dough. I can't say anything more than that. Other than my friends that live there are very close to me, and I don't consider them in that group. But you know,
Well, all right. So Siri, she is one of our top fans here. She tunes in every week. She says, "I am a new Doc fan."
Where do you live?
Tennessee.
Tennessee.
Listen, Tennessee.
Oh, we got to talk. Shoot Doc at Really Bad Rum an email, and if you have questions, we can help you out and see how we can get you the product.
She says, "Doc, I want all the rum." So actually, can we talk a little bit about No. All right. That's fine. All right. So yes,
You
Doc.
want to talk about this one?
No, we'll talk about this one. Yeah, that one. Yes, Doc. That doesn't say anything. I'm not quite sure, Sari, what specifically that was, but yes. So yeah, no, yeah. Support local. Again, this is again. I'm really super glad I had Doc on. He's here local.
We're not leaving.
So yeah. So.
I'm gonna,
He's gonna run the whole show there.
I'm
He's
gonna reach behind my.
he's
He's
gonna put off his open heart surgery he's got for somebody, and he's gonna keep drinking, and
hot in here.
so I know I don't have air conditioning here because I'm too cheap because I spent all my money on rum
You
actually.
need a sponsor.
Yeah, there you
Needs
go.
A sponsor.
There you go. Cigar.
Needs a
Yes,
sponsor.
that's right.
See, sponsorships needed.
There you go.
Don't ask this guy, or don't ask this guy.
There you go. So Jasmine says Doc at Really Bad. There we go. She just posted the email address there, Siri. So there you go. You got it. Yes. So all right. So
That
yeah.
girl will sell me out for anything.
So she has a familiar last name there.
Yeah, well, it's a
Do you know-
very
do you know-
common. It's a very common name.
Oh.
It's like Partel. There's a lot of them.
All right. So anyway, so since Doc is stripping, so all right, Susan. So see, I'm tearing up the place here. So the guys are taking their whatever you want to call it off, and here we go. So this is the Drums and Rums After Dark. So yeah. So again, I don't know. Yeah. So I really appreciate. Yeah, this is really we've been having a really good time. I mean, it's not like we don't have enough rum here.
Oh, it's not like we're signing off, is it?
No, we can go as long as people want us to. Do you
All
guys?
right, let's ask that question. Do you all want us to sign off, or do you all want to hang out with us?
clean up my. Sorry, that was my mistake here.
Are they still on?
We are still on. I just was trying to swipe. I was trying to clean up my
Did they
my
hear
mess.
what I said?
Yeah, they did hear what you said. Yeah.
So
yeah.
they're going to answer?
So they're gonna answer. Oh, whoa! Tim Reed, take it off. Whoa, okay. I'm not. You know, he's your guy.
I think he's talking to
He's
you.
talking to you. I don't know. So I know we talked about an only Rums fans. So yeah. Hopefully you got a chance to check out on the Drums and Rums page and all the other social media stuff there, where we were. I had said that I am, because of gas prices and rising costs of drums and rums, buying drums and rums, I had to start one of those only pages. And so you know, maybe I'm going to start an only Rums page. So hopefully you checked it out there. If you guys are interested there, I will post there in the chat if I can get the mouse to work over here.
They said they didn't hear Doc.
We did not. Okay, so go ahead, Doc. Say it again. So I think you were asking the question.
Should we sign off now because this is like a half-hour show, or because I was one of his first guests on this Drums and Rum show, should we make history and go to He Passes Out? Question.
We will check. So
You got a flat, smooth surface on the floor there for me, right?
Are you looking to do breakdancing or something?
No, just in case, the bottle's empty and, and it's time to go home. I do drive fast and take chances, but not under the influence.
All right, so so we are getting wow, we're getting some response here. We are getting the keep on going. It's getting hot in that room. Take it off. Go fund me AC. Yeah, we do need to go fund me for the AC. Naked bottles. Keep going. No, break the record. Loving it. Keep it on. No, we're all watching. Okay, so that's Jasmine. So again, 4+ hours. This is like a Jerry Lewis telethon,
right?
So yes, that's right. So we are raising money.
We're raising money. We're raising money.
We're raising for ourselves.
Drums and Rums
ourselves. Yes, that's right.
And really bad rum.
There you go.
Yeah. Make your donations now. We'll set up a what do you call it?
GoFundMe
page. And
people tell me go fuck me. So but
we're not gonna go there.
Maybe that's a new website I gotta create. Well, anyway,
no,
yeah.
That wouldn't work.
So no, yeah, that would not be an appropriate. Yeah. Mark Zuckerberg, if you're listening, just edit that part out. So
well, Mark can go.
Yeah.
Munga.
So do we have any more? Can I get some more of this Mai Tai, this Italian Mai Tai there?
Some more Italian Mai Tai.
All right. So yeah. Would you like some more ice?
Have any of you out there ever tried an Italian Mai Tai? We're looking for answers.
Yeah, we're coming.
Look at this. Mai Tais are only good with these. What do you call these ice cubes?
They're Sonic Ice.
Sonic Ice. That's like the little guy that we used to play, or I didn't play, but the kids in the 80s used to play that video game, Sonic.
Sega.
Yeah, Sega. Right? But they're these little tiny cubes. They're awesome.
So we're saying here, spare couch Doc. Okay, raising money for AC. Yes, hashtag save the.
Don't spill that one on the keyboard. I'm glad you're not in my studio.
Again, drummers don't have to deal with all these cables and stuff like that because But I want to give a shout out there, our local. I know he's not watching, but I definitely want to give a shout out to, and I have actually talked to this person about having them on. And this is Mac over at my local liquor store here, just right around the corner.
Oh, Mac's awesome.
He is, yeah. So you can pick
Liquor
up
Village 1 and 2, Indian Town Road. Yep, I would highly suggest you all in the neighborhood go say hello to Mac. He's been a very righteous supporter of really bad rum, and if you're in the neighborhood, please go in and say hello and tell him that you watch Paul's show and you saw me here, and I can't thank him enough. It's really hard getting the brand into these liquor stores, particularly the small ones. It's all about distributorship, and here in Florida there's like 3 major distributors, and they don't want to play with the little guy. And if they did, we'd get caught up in that big, huge portfolio of those big brand rums that I like to call Captain Moron brands, and we just get lost. And sales reps aren't gonna. They got to meet their quota. They're gonna push the stuff that they know they can move. And if I catch one sales rep pulling one of my shelf talker tags off a shelf, that might make What the Florida.
Oh,
Cheers.
cheers.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully, even though I can say I know this guy, hopefully he is not on our What the Florida. But yes, so say, hey, wait a minute, I know that guy. But yeah, no,
I won't be on a trampoline.
please, yeah, okay.
It'll be some guy in a liquor store beating on some other guy in a liquor store.
Florida man pummel, liquor store person or something. Yeah, there you go.
Distributor rep gets pummeled by a really bad guy.
Oh, well, you can see the field day with the
Right?
news and the tag. Yeah.
All that fake media will run with that.
Yeah. So, but yeah, no, definitely. Yeah. As I mentioned there, I wanted to, again, I know I know he's not listening there, but one of the local stores here, Doc's does some tastings there. So, so let's talk about that real quick. You got any tastings coming up here? What do you got coming up here soon?
We're winding down the season.
Okay.
I did in January. I did. My wife and I did the whole state of Florida total wines. We did real well. We did get hung up in some of the stores for deliveries because drivers get caught up with COVID and whatever, and it's just whatever. It's just hard.
Right.
But I've been trying to, like, I just did Mac's store. I'm going to reach out to him before I'm leaving right after Mother's Day.
Okay.
So I'm gonna try to do his store again. A couple of the ones down in Palm Beach, the small mom and pop stores, give them their support. That's all I can do. I mean, we're a 2-person operation, and it's a lot of work. And if anybody wants to make a really bad investment and give some capital to a 5-time award-winning rum, we might be able to bring this brand to the next level.
Yep. Yeah, there you go. So definitely check it out. We'll share as long as you tag us, and I don't miss it or whatever. I'll reshare it, and as long as you tag us and get folks to come out and see you, buy some rum. And again, I've stopped by a couple of the events, and you've been able to kind of convert a few folks over who's going in to buy some other products, and to give you a try. And again, this is some really good stuff. And
no, it's actually really bad stuff. Come on, correct it.
No,
this bottle is
good stuff. No, remember, I'm the good witch. I'm the good witch, and he's the some.
I think he steals the juice and puts it in his own bottle.
Oh my god!
I think he goes into Mac's and buys the juice and puts it in his own bottle.
Yeah. So definitely, again, that's a good point, Doc. Is support the local mom and pop liquor stores, right? I mean, because they're
it's amazing here in Florida. They're all about local. They got those bumper stickers with upside down.
But do they really do it right?
They don't.
Right.
They don't. The bars don't. The restaurants don't. And I speak wholeheartedly that I have reached out to every bar and restaurant that has any inkling of a rum drink on their menu, from Jacksonville to Miami and back up the West Coast. I've emailed them. I've called them. I never get responses. And if I do, it's, who's your distributor? Oh, we don't work with them. So that's what makes it very difficult for a brand like us. There's other brands on the shelves behind me that are local, that they're doing what they're doing, and that's good for them. But it's a very hard process. Somebody once asked me, what made you get into the rum business? And it's very simple. The answer is, I had a really bad idea. So think of it that way. We're in too deep. We're going to keep going forward with support like yourself, Paul.
Yep. Thanks.
And our friends at Just Drinking in Iowa. Those guys, if you haven't already, go check them out. Just Drinking. They got a YouTube show that's on every Wednesday night. I'm blessed to have them on our little team of liking really bad products. But they review rums of all sorts, and they do a great job. They really do. They interact with the people that are connected to them. They answer a lot of questions, but they review different rums, and it's from major brands to little brands. But they are very big supporters of small rum brands. Rum is on the rise right now. They're trying to educate people that rum is a big category right now, and yeah, so that's where it is. Am I rambling?
A little bit. I think it's a little closer to that microphone. So,
Oh,
all right, no worries.
Let me whisper to you.
Uh-oh. Doc's going to read you an audiobook. Doc Brown's audiobook on 50 Shades of Grey.
No, I'm not going to do what our president did.
Oh, boy.
We're not going there.
Yeah,
sorry.
we're definitely, this
All
ain't that kind of thing. So, all right, so we said we were keep going here. So, yeah, so
Do they have any questions?
Yeah,
Do you want to ask questions?
So we have here a cheers, love you, Doc. All right, well, all right, you have a fan there. Yes. So Siri is saying probably. So yes.
21.
Oh yes. No, Siri. Yeah, she is awesome.
Love you too.
So Siri, you can go online and order it, find it, and again, we can always message us offline there if you. Yeah, well, you said you can ship it right to
Yes.
Tennessee. I think you're in Tennessee.
Yeah, you need to. What's her name?
Siri.
Siri.
Yes.
You need to go to the website, as I said, the Wine Wave, Delray Beach, Florida. They have the product, and you can communicate with them and place an order there. We don't control any of it. They've already purchased the product from us. So whatever it takes to get it to you, that would be my recommendation. What are you doing down there?
I was trying to get the stuff I knocked off where I was going here. So all right. So with all that being said there, thank you for tuning in. We're not done yet. So I know. Hold on. Oh,
here.
he's got handcuffs now? Susan, does he know? Do you know this? I don't know. Anyway. All right. So Tim, who was the inspiration for the mermaid on the back? Oh, great question.
I wonder who's asking that question. Don't tell me.
Don't tell me, but let me look.
Oh. The inspiration for the mermaid on the back. Well, if you go to the website, which I would suggest all of you to do, you can read the whole story of Doc Brown's Really Bad Rum, and you'll learn the name of the mermaid, and you will find the inspiration of that image. That's all I'll say. It will make you go learn about the brand by reading the story.
It wasn't Daryl Hannah, was it?
No.
No?
No, I dated her once, and she it was before the movie. It was terrible.
Oh.
It was terrible. She just wanted too much.
So yeah, definitely. Yeah, that was actually some of the things that we talked about was at the, again, let's go back to the podcast episode. Again, we're talking about local, right? We did a rum takeover night at a local, a local restaurant. And that was a crazy night. Definitely, I think, again, if you were there, thank you for coming. We definitely brought a good crowd. We had a good crowd. Well, not all those people, but there's some people that are in the chat there. So yeah, if you were there that night, go ahead and say, yeah, I was there. Represent. But that was one of the questions that we were doing about some of the giveaways. There was the some of that. I think about
what?
The questions about the mermaid and some of the things about the brand.
Oh yes, what was the mermaid's name?
Yeah,
that was one of the questions we asked, and many of the patrons that night, they were on their iPhones and they went and found it. And we gave out some prizes for that. That was actually a good night.
Yeah.
The fact that they don't continue to carry the.
So we got to go back over.
Talk about that.
We got to go back over there to that place and again ask for again. I think that's.
Can we name the place and send all these fans over there?
I might actually go. No. I was gonna say I might go over there after this since I haven't eaten yet, but and I'm drinking a lot more. So but yeah, I think to that point, it's in for to kind of understand.
Drink like a turtle.
What are you talking about? I got 2 empty glasses here. Okay, other than the can of
He
you know,
drinks like a turtle. He's got turtle lips. That's why he has a mustache.
Doc, I'm doing all the talking here. Well, actually, no, I take that back. You are doing a lot of talking here. So
Are we gonna go get some food?
we could. So I was there. Okay. Yeah. So there was somebody saying that they were there. So yeah. Okay. Representing.
Nice.
So yeah. So definitely check it out. So yeah. Anyway. So before before I forget, because I do have a tendency when you start having these shows, you start drinking, I do forget things. Let me just go ahead and first, I'm going to go ahead and
Thank you, sponsors.
Thank you, sponsors. But no, we're not there yet. Spank the sponsors. Yes, that's right. Only if they're good. Only if they're bad,
Right.
actually. But I do want to represent their our March giveaway. Right. Again, you've got to be in the Drums and Rums group, Facebook group. You got to be part of it. You got to be contributing. You got to be, posting stuff, that are Drums and Rums related. Anything that's kind of in there, recipes or stories or whatever it may be, something that's good for the community. Go over there, and if you're not part of the group, go ahead and join the group or request to join a group. And this is where you can post those comments about the Florida question. But why am I telling you all that? Well, it's because we have giveaways, right? So every month we do have whoever our top fan is.
I'm giving him away.
So yes, I'm sure my wife will probably, have something to say about that. But again, those are the people that are contributing
Can
to
we
the
give away stuff in this room?
Well, there's a lot in this room that probably could be given away. So, but if we're gonna give something away, hold on here. So our top. Before we announce who our top Facebook group contributor was. So what we have here is a few things. Again, what we have is a nice set of mule mugs there. So again, we got some. Yes, we know there are usually. Yeah, sure. We know they're usually called Moscow Mule, but
Moscow mules.
but you
They're
can
slightly used now.
So there's some lipstick on the edge of that glass there, but again, you can make some.
His lipstick.
But actually, there's a drink though that you can make though, where you take some really bad rum, a little bit of ginger beer, and a little bit of
a splash of pineapple juice garnished with a lime.
And what do we call that?
A tropical depression.
There you.
It's the only drink that works in a mule cup. Actually,
there you go.
In my mind.
Right.
But congratulations.
So there you go. So we've got that. All right. So of course this is Drums and Rums. So we've got a pair of drumsticks there.
Drumsticks.
We're gonna throw in there.
I hope you play.
So and then we've got a nice bar mat there.
Wow, look at that.
So all right. So we got our Drums and Rums.
Embroidered and everything.
Right. Thank you.
Imagine that.
All right. Thank you. So a big shout out there to the embroidering so more. That is the company
that's really cool.
that does who does our embroidery work is Embroidery So More. So if you want to talk afterwards, we can. So as a local company, it could be a few more drinks maybe. Got some nice cool coasters that I shaved off the tree here. You
should see the tree out in the backyard.
That's right.
It's like he's butchering this tree, but these are very nice.
And we do have actually one of the March guests that we had on did contribute to this. So again, we'll throw in this nice bag that we got there from Angostura. Wow. Again, they are not the part of this
let's put this
sponsor. Yep. Okay. So, and then we'll go to the last but not least. All right. And the last part here. Yep. Thank you. And the last part here is, again, wanted to give a shout out. This is our guest here, Rummy Club. This is our guest here. Judith is the distiller, and she was the guest earlier this month. And this is a Amsterdam company that they are distilling. Maybe if you go visit them, maybe. But Rummy Club, again, Judith the Bee, she contributed this to the giveaway there. Again, for me, I think you've all hear me is, for some of the giveaway stuff, I appreciate all the different companies that contribute some of these giveaways that we're just passing it through, right? We're helping grow everyone's brand together, as a giveaway. Whether it's Doc's got some stuff and we just want to pass it through. Do I need to keep another shirt? yeah, that'd be great. But I think it's, again, we pass it through and help grow everyone's brand, right? You get a really bad rum shirt out there to maybe Tennessee or something. Again, the word gets out there, right?
I would agree.
So yeah, so I appreciate it. So again, our winner, our top contributor for March is
Mike?
Mike Dvorak. So yes,
Hey,
so
Mike,
thank you.
congratulations,
So
man.
thank you, Mike. I think we have a hold on, do we have an applause button there?
You do, number
That
one.
one there, number one. All right, so there. Thank you, Mike. Okay. Contributing
I
there.
hope he's still with us.
I think he no, he's a pilot, so I think was flying.
Oh, flying high?
I don't know. I can't
Or taxi?
I can't say that. So okay, so I was there. Can't give. Oh, she's so the missus said she can't give him away. I guess she said you can't give me away. So I think she's trying to claim possession's 9/10 of the law.
That's not what you
With
told
me.
me when I was talking to her privately.
Okay, so maybe I got sold or something. I don't know, traded off for something or another. So maybe she traded me in for a bottle of really bad rum.
No, it was really good.
A really good rum. I'm the really good rum. That's right. That's right. So
Indeed.
So yeah, so there you go. Thanks, Mike. There, we'll have to catch up with you there shortly. And yeah, so Mike is part of the Florida Rum Society here. He's another member, and again, him and I had met up. As you all know, he's a regular here on the Friday night show and so forth. So I don't know. I think we've hit everything. I know what else we got. I mean, I know we've got still plenty to drink here, but I don't think anybody wants to see us kind of like get totally trashed. And
Well,
I'm sure.
Did they ask any questions over there?
Yeah. So, do you have any questions for Doc? You know, what color underwear?
go.
What color underwear does he wear? You know, things like that. You know,
Hey, now.
I don't know. Maybe they could ask whatever questions they want. That's what people put in the chat.
Right? You got
I don't
any?
know. Well, not yet. So, all right. So those of you who are still hanging in there, tough and strong, drinking your drinks, haven't passed out yet. So let us know if you got any questions. Again, definitely check out. You know, again, as we wrap up here, we're now in overtime, I guess, in a really big
Yeah,
happy
this was a
hour.
really bad takeover.
Yes, because we went way past 30 minutes,
Yeah.
and because that's really bad.
Do we
And
have to pay for airtime? Do we need
yes,
sponsors?
yes, because we have to go over. We went over 30 minutes by 30 minutes, 36.
So you're going to
30
send me a bill?
Yes,
Nice.
yes, a really big.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
She needs rum.
Oh,
Come,
see, look,
come.
this. Yeah, so here we have as we refer to the
You have a preference? You want good or bad rum?
the
Bad.
You want bad? All right. This one's the bad one. Did you notice it says bad on it? And
oh, you already have your ice.
she
Oh,
already
wow.
has her little tiny.
BYO
You-
ice.
Like a little or like?
That's fine.
So
Are
So
we,
yes.
Are we being shut down?
No. I'm gonna go make my tropical depression.
oh,
Tropical depression.
That's right. There
Yeah.
you go. Right.
So that was Paul's wife, and she didn't come in here with a baseball bat. She came in here with
A mug, a brass mug to
brass mug
looking for booze.
to do a tropical depression. God bless her. You're a
So
lucky man.
I know. I get lucky all the time. Well,
Do you ever put her on camera?
she's off air.
Really?
She's off air. Yes.
I know why. Because somebody would steal that woman from you so
I
quickly.
so I know.
Yeah.
Well, that's how,
Beautiful girl.
maybe that's how I got her. You know, a little bit of like
Beautiful woman.
again. I don't want to share my
Cheers to
I don't
her.
I don't want to share my chloroform.
Indeed. What do we do there? We don't have a you got to get the drum beat thing, man.
Well, yeah, I know the rim shot. I know I got to work on some of my.
Boom.
But bum. Yeah.
All right. Are there any
yeah.
questions?
No, we don't have any questions there.
Right,
So
they're all falling asleep.
yeah, that's right. It's 9:00 at night, and
Is
Matlock's over. Yeah, it's 9, man. It's 9:00, man. So it's
All right.
all
Well,
right.
let's sign off.
So all right. So where can we check again? Where can we get some really bad rum? Let's talk about it. Wrapping up all these different folks that we want to give shout out to.
Reallybadrum.com. Where to buy? Just go to the website reallybadrum.com. You can learn about the brand. You can find where to buy it. Please, please, please ask your. Let me back up. So, my mother said to me, when she goes out to eat, and she drinks wine, but she will drink the rum if they have it. Every place she goes, she asks for really bad rum. And the waiter always gives her the same answer. Let me go check. He comes back, says, "Ma'am, I'm sorry, we don't have that brand." She says, "That's fine, I'll have the water." They've just lost a rum sale. She's planted the seed for me. When the guy comes back for the dinner order, she'll order the wine that she was going to order anyways. But if they had the rum, she'd order it. If we had every one of you out there doing exactly that, just ask for the brand. And if they don't have it, that first drink you have, just tell them you want the water. That waiter's going to go back to the bar manager and go, "Why don't we have this? Now I'm just selling water." See the reverse psychology here. Anyways, support the local. I don't care if it's me or anybody else, but just support the local brands of rums, beers, these guys, and these guys. Definitely, if you're ever in Port St. Lucie, check out these guys. And yeah, God bless you all. And
These guys too.
oh,
They're
those
in
guys
Club,
too.
Club Tiki.
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah, it's all about the little guys, and like let's beat up on these Goliaths. Cheers.
Cheers. All right. So again, this is Doc and Doc.
No, this is Doc, and this is Doc Paul.
No, this is Doc.
No.
Will the real Slim Shady please stand up? All right, everybody. I appreciate y'all hanging in there for overtime on our Friday night biggest happy hour. Well, in an hour. But again, thank you, Doc, for coming on.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Yeah,
and,
this has been fun.
He lives in a really nice neighborhood, by the way. I
All
won't
right.
disclose it.
All right, yeah.
This is like the best kept secret.
That's right. That's right. And live.
All right.
I think some people have realized where I've said a few times where I live, but not exactly my street address. But yes, again. So, all right. So I appreciate it all for hanging in there. Again, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for Doc for coming on again. I really have a great time on these Friday night shows.
Well, they only drove 4 hours to get here.
Well, this was the best 4-hour drive that you've ever. What else were you going to do today?
Drive 4 hours. God bless you
So-
all. Thank you. Support the local.
Yep.
Get that out of
Yeah, this guy, really bad, really good, really bad, really good. All right, all. Thanks for tuning in. Have a great night. Check out everybody. Support Doc. Support Doc. Support Doc. Go to the website. Buy some really bad rum. That guy.
That guy. Are we off?